Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down two really powerful management tools for anyone chasing excellence: Six Sigma and Total Quality Management. We're going to see what they are, how they're different, and what the number one most important thing is to make either of them actually work. So let's start with a big question, right? How do the best companies seem to get it right time after time? How do they achieve these almost perfect results? Well, it's a huge challenge for any organization. But thankfully, there are some pretty well-defined roadmaps to get there. And today, we're looking at two of the biggest: Six Sigma and Total Quality Management. First step, let's talk about Six Sigma. You know, a great way to think about this one is to imagine your business has a very specific, critical problem. Think of Six Sigma as a highly specialized surgeon. It's precise, it's totally data-driven, and it's laser-focused on fixing that one thing.
Okay, so what is it really? Well, at its heart, Six Sigma is all about statistics. The whole goal is to make a process so incredibly reliable that defects pretty much vanish. We're talking near zero defects. But it's also an organizational program, a whole structured way of doing things that helps you achieve that goal, and, in turn, makes some major improvements to the business.
And the engine that really drives Six Sigma is this five-step process called DMAIC. This is the secret sauce. It's a super structured framework that stops people from just jumping to conclusions. First, you have to define the problem. Then you measure how things are working right now. After that, you analyze the data to find the real root cause. And only then do you get to improve the process. And finally, you control it to make sure you don't slip back into old habits. It's incredibly rigorous. And the payoff for all that rigor? Well, it can be huge. We're talking quantum improvements in quality, major cost reductions, and happier customers. But, and this is a big but, look at that column on the right. This is not something you do casually. It requires serious commitment from the top, real financial investment in training, and a super disciplined approach. All right, so that's our specialist surgeon. Now let's switch gears and look at our second methodology: Total Quality Management, or TQM. If Six Sigma is the surgeon for a specific problem, TQM is way more like a holistic lifestyle change for the entire organization. The key words to notice here are organization-wide engagement and all personnel. That's because TQM isn't a project you do, it's a whole management philosophy. The big idea is to weave the search for quality into the very fabric of the company's culture, getting literally everyone involved, from the CEO all the way to the frontline workers. And when we say organization-wide, we mean it. The scope here is massive. TQM touches absolutely everything. It's about making sure the company's vision lines up with quality, really understanding what poor quality costs you, and building systems to listen not just to your customers, but to your own internal processes too. So what do you get for all that? Well, you get better customer focus. And, this is huge, you get way more contribution from your employees. But just like Six Sigma, it has one major requirement. It needs total organization-wide adoption. For TQM to work, you need everybody, and I mean everybody, to be on board. And this, right here, this is the soul of TQM. It's about a fundamental shift in thinking. It's about moving away from the idea that quality is just some department's job and making it everyone's shared responsibility. The real goal is to tap into the brain power and potential of your entire workforce. Okay, showdown time. We've looked at them one by one, but now let's put these two powerful approaches head to head. Because when you see them side by side, well, that's when the differences really pop. So if you boil it all down to its simplest form, here it is. Six Sigma is a targeted program that uses statistics to solve specific problems. TQM is a broad philosophy that uses cultural engagement to create constant improvement. You could say one is a tool and the other is a total way of life for the company. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, when you break down how they actually operate. I mean, look at the drivers. Six Sigma is driven by hard data and statistical tools. TQM, on the other hand, is driven by top management commitment and getting everyone engaged. Even the scope is totally different. Specific projects for Six Sigma versus the entire organization for TQM. So, we've seen they have really different approaches, different methods, different scopes. But despite all of those differences, there is one single ingredient, one ultimate requirement that both of them absolutely need to have any chance of working. So success with either of these really comes down to a few critical things. You need a disciplined approach. Six Sigma is very clear about needing financial investment. TQM is all about that organization-wide adoption. But there's one factor on this list that shows up for both, and it is, without a doubt, the most important one.
And there it is. This is the big one. This is the crucial point. Without real, active, genuine commitment and engagement from the very top levels of leadership, neither of these powerful initiatives stands a chance. They just won't succeed. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? It's so easy to get caught up in debating which tool is better, Six Sigma or TQM. But maybe that's the wrong question entirely. Maybe the real question isn't about the tool, but about the people at the top. Is your leadership truly ready to commit? Because without that, all you've got is just a really nice theory on paper.